thrilled to welcome the descendants of Louis and Beatrice Baxter Ryle, who are the artists featured in our current exhibition, Picturing Hingham, the art of Louis and Beatrice Baxter Ryle. We welcome Chris and Judith Woodbury from Ogunquit, Maine. We welcome Peter Woodbury from Ogunquit, Maine, and Ginger Irvin from London, England. And Ginger and Peter and Chris are the grandchildren of Beatrice Baxter and Louis Ryle.
I'm thrilled to bits it's here and have been supporting the efforts for a number of years, so I'm delighted to see them all put together in such a wonderful framework that allows people to share what I remember about my grandparents who lived with us.
Well, it is terrifically interesting because there's so much here that I have never seen before, which fills in a lot of spaces that I had.
It's wonderful, and it's all together. And I've never seen so many pieces of their work in one place. We have samples at home, of course, and so does the rest of the family. But this is the most concentrated and excellent collection and exhibition of their work.
We encourage residents and interested art lovers to please come to the Hingham Heritage Museum. The encouragement of the family. Early on in my tenure with the Hingham Historical Society, I had received an email from Ginger saying we should do an exhibit about Beatrice Baxter and Louis Ryle, very influential artists in Hingham in the early part of the 20th century. And we said we absolutely agree with you. And Ginger connected us with Nancy Whipple-Grinnell, who's been an incredibly generous curator for the entire show. And with Nancy's help and Ginger and Peter and Chris's generosity, we were able to put together this exhibit.
When they said they were going to renovate, I was thrilled. I also have a daughter in a wheelchair, so it became wheelchair accessible and open to the general public in a greater way.
This is the best place it could have happened. I mean, no other building in the world qualifies as this does for this exhibit.
My favorite piece, which we own and is on loan here now, of my mother and her sister, Barbara. Ruth was renamed as India by my father at one point, so she was known as India. And I'm very proud to tell people that come through that this is my mother and this is my mother's sister, my aunt.
I like these wonderful portraits behind me of my parents, which hung in our sitting room on 55 Cottage Street over the mantelpiece. And it's of an era and a style that I really appreciate, and have seen other works in various parts of Europe where I live, in London.
This one here of the Perkins Cove Bridge is one that we have in our house and loaned to the exhibit. And it is a historic photo, a historic rendering that Louis Ryle did of the bridge, one of the different bridges. They kept rebuilding it, and the ice flows would knock it down and say rebuild it again. And so it occupies a very special place in my memory and my heritage.
I think that having the opportunity to see this exhibit can remind the people of Hingham that they live in a community that is rich with artistic talent and artistic legacies that are very important, and we hope people are enriched by the experience of seeing this artwork.